All right, guys, let's see what's going to be the pre-ban for YINHONG and Frank. That profile picture from YINHONG, though, it's kind of sus. Is that Oshinoko? I'm not too sure. Can't really tell. And the pre-ban is going to be Win Bison and Kovachi for these two players. If I were to have to pick an LD5 to ban from Frank, I would need 10 different pre-bans, to be honest. First pick for Frank, what is it going to be? Is it going to be Julian first pick? That is a statement right there. Because even if you have Julian, you're more likely to pick like Water Twin Angel or, I don't know, Vanessa, whatever. But Julian first pick is kind of a big thing move, I must say. Very big. Huge. Water Twin Angel getting first pick. And the Velajo getting picked up from YINHONG as well. We have attack by boost. We have immunity. We have defense break. Very scary. And Vanessa getting picked up by Frank. Look at how popular the Water Twin Angel is. It's being used in almost every single game at this point. Oh, Frank's actually going to go for the high damage playstyle. It's going to lock in a Dominic as well. But right now, Frank is very vulnerable to AoE damage and AoE debuff. YINHONG will definitely ignore that and go for the Ragdoll. Not exactly sure if Ragdoll is going to be the great move here. But then he can lean into a Leo to deal with the Julian damage. But Ragdoll is going to be picked up by YINHONG. Definitely need an AoE. Nope, going to go for Gapsu as well. I think Ragdoll Gapsu is really strong, but not exactly strong into the Dominic playstyle, which is exactly what you need to find Ragdoll Gapsu. And Frank's going to go for his first support healer, and that is going to be the Wind Pure Vanilla with the shield, the cleanse, and the reflect damage. And the last pick from Frank's going to be, it was about to be Miles. Maybe it's not. It is going to be the Miles for the strong single target, non-crit stun damage. YINHONG flexing a little bit. But is he going to go for that though? It is not a bad option. But he could also go for, whoa. YINHONG with the Fermion Flux last pick. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I would love to see that. And that's going to be the Fermion last pick from YINHONG. Definitely going to be the Wind Pure Vanilla ban. And looking pretty fun for this match. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks fun. Fermion getting banned out. Vanessa getting banned out. Let's see if Frank gonna one-shot something quickly or YINHONG survive all that and slap the AoE stun on Frank's face. The Fermion respect ban. Who would have thought? Here we go, guys. First one belongs to the Miles. Oh no, first one belongs to the Water Twin Angel. Gonna go for, wheel runes on Julian. Probably to avoid Oblivion and one-shot potential from the enemy. Gonna defense break Dominic, could not get it done. Velajo getting a turn. Here comes the Gapsu with the stun. Did not get a stun right there. Ragdoll with the damage. Did not really do much as well. So now is where Frank shined the most. He's gonna one-shot something. And that's gonna be the Velajo. No strip stun. Big damage from the Julian. Velajo is about to die. Velajo might die. Velajo will die. And that is Frank's specialty. One shot, one by one. And with the Wind Pure Vanilla to provide the healing and the cleanse and the shield for the team. So right now, I'm not sure what YINHONG is gonna do. He doesn't have defense break anymore. He has stun, but the stun will definitely not stay for too long. And with that defense break, I'm not sure if Ragdoll is going to be able to do a lot of damage. And remember, the reflect coming out from the shield is going to be very good as well. Damage on Dominic. Dominic very tanky with branding. Took the hit like a champ. Did not even feel anything. Here we go. He needs to get something done here with the Water Twin Angel. Trying to bring the Dominic as quickly as possible. But it is going to be tough because there's going to be healing coming out from Dominic himself and the Wind Pure Vanilla as well. Shield up. If you hit it, it's gonna be reflect damage. So he hit the Wind Pure Vanilla instead. And that's gonna be a shield from the Water Twin Angel. But the shield's gonna get stripped by the mouse, and big damage, and a prompt, and 9,000 damage per hit. That is some good damage as well. Julian's about to move with the skill 2. Oh my god, 20k on that Water Twin Angel. Moving on to the gap, so Dominic is gonna go down soon, but not quite yet. Still good damage from Dominic, and amazing healing and shield protection from the Cookie. Here we go. Big damage from the mouse. Right on the Gapsu. 10,000 damage onto the Gapsu. Oh my god, that is so much damage. And meanwhile, Dominic is still here, tanking every hit like a champ, and about to finish off Gapsu at the same time as well. Easy damage onto the Gapsu. Ragdoll is the only last one standing, and I think that is GG. Ragdoll might be strong, but definitely not strong enough. Beautiful first game from Frank right there. Definitely got a better draft compared to YINHONG. But maybe YINHONG was trying to test the water instead. Alright, let's see what's going to be the pre-ban here. It's going to be the Julian and the Nephthys pre-ban. I guess Frank doesn't want Julian to be on the enemy team ever. He's going to either ban it or take it first. YINHONG getting the first pick. What is it going to be? It's going to be the Water Twin Angel once again for YINHONG. Is Frank going to go with a similar strategy knowing that Gapsu Ragdoll might be coming up? Or is he going to switch to something else? Whoa. That's a little bit too spicy for me to deal with, Frank. But it's going to go for the Vanessa Kovaci instead. They're trying to go for that turn 1. But I wonder what kind of damage will be the follow-up. Alright, we have a standard Cigar Villager getting picked up here. With the Water Twin Angel lead for the attack bar turn 1 aggression. So over there, Frank. Are we locking in a Marsha? It's going to be a Dominic to utilize the attack bar for the Kovaci and a Han for the big one-shot damage turn 1. Looking super aggressive for Frank already. And we might be locking in a Dark Robo last pick for the AoE strip pushback as well. So, you know, if you're going turn 2, you're about to get absolutely control. And he's going to lock in the Volantis to trying to get that revenge attack bar. But it's a 40% thing, not a 100% thing. So he might still get control turn 1 from a unit like Dark Robo or Wunsa. It's going to be a Ragdoll to pick up the attack bar for the team as well. So YINHONG is going to go for the turn 2. Very solid turn 2 though. So can Frank lock in an AoE strip for the Han damage? Is he going to lock in a Dark Robo or Wunsa? Or is he going to go for another damage dealer in this position? Maybe a Daphnis to make it even more spicy. What is it going to be for Frank? It's going to be a Juno to counter the Volantis. And maybe it's going to be a ban onto either the Speedy to get turn 1 or the Ragdoll to make sure enemy will not cut in between. And over there, I think YINHONG definitely going to have to feel the damage. So maybe he has to ban a Kovaci to soften the damage a little bit. What is it going to be for the ban? Will he let the Juno stay? Juno's so annoying here though. He's gonna not let the Juno stay. The Speedy getting banned now to make sure that Frank will get turn 1. So turn 1 will be Dominic with attack buff, locking in the damage and the strip defense from Vanessa, opening up for the Han to one-shot as well. Very scary turn 1 coming up from Frank. Here comes the attack buff and attack buff boost from Kovaci. But which one is gonna be the target for the one-shot? Vanessa available with a defense break. Han is moving right after that. Who's gonna be the target? It's gonna be... Oh my... He went straight for Volantis. Did not get revenge. But even with the revenge, I think the Han's gonna move anyway. Han going in. Clean the Volantis out of the field. Getting another turn with the attack bar gain. Skill 1 available. That's gonna be on a skill 2 onto the Wind Bison. Dominic going in. Huge damage, but not quite enough to bring down the Bison. But with the Kovaci immunity support, there's nothing that YINHONG can do to stop the Han from going another turn. And even with the healing from the Villager, I'm not sure that's going to be enough to keep the team alive. Here comes the Kovacic with the cooldown support. Maybe boosting the Dominic to go for another hit. Boosting the Han. Skill 3 available with speed buff for more additional damage. Big damage onto the Cigar. Get another turn with the attack bar again. And here we go. Skill 2 onto the Cigar. Take him out of the way, which means no more provoke onto the Dominic. If you kill the Dominic, it's going to come back with attack buff. That might not be a good idea. Dominic going in with attack buff. Target's going to be the Villager. Good damage onto the Villager. Heal back himself as well. Kovacic with skill 1 heal. Pushing the Dominic above 50% HP to do even more damage. Han going in with a big damage. Defense break from Vanessa available. Is she going to go for the Villager? Nope. Not going to strip because Villager might Violent Pro anyway. But no Violent Pro from Villager. Dominic going in. Big damage. Kovacic with a heal once again. Keeping the Dominic very fresh. Very high HP. And not dying from this ragdoll anytime soon. Han locking in the target. Skill 3 available. Going straight for the ragdoll maybe. Nope, not going to be a greedy player, but go for the sure kill onto the Villager. Once again, ragdoll be the last one standing. And the W belongs to Frank. Very solid strategy coming out from Frank right there. Completely shut down whatever YINHONG is deciding to do. Once again, the single target snipe, which is too strong for the AoE, the anti-AoE team with the Volantis and the Ragdoll. Maybe he has to drop the Ragdoll here and go for an Abelio to try to cut in between to go for the heal. It's going to be a Julian pre-ban and a Wind Bison pre-ban. No free Julian for Frank. But to be frank, I don't think Frank required Julian to one-shot. First pick for Frank. Is it going to be Vanessa? Because that is one option to deal with the one-shot, is to have a very tanky Vanessa to direct the damage to Vanessa. So Vanessa is going to be the first pick for Frank. Will YINHONG go for any swift unit here, trying to get that turn 1 away from Kovacic? What is it going to be for YINHONG? Because if he go with the same thing, he's going to get one shot the same way. And that's going to be the Water Twin Angel and the Villager getting picked up by YINHONG once again. Which means we might be seeing the same draft coming out from Frank. And that's going to be the Kovacic getting locked in and the Dominic for the follow-up damage. What if YINHONG just out of nowhere steal the Han from Frank? But I think it's a bit hard to steal an LD5 if you don't have it. So the swift unit from YINHONG is going to be the Ethna trying to stun the Dominic or Kovacic turn 1. But definitely require another speed lead though. It's gonna be the Wedgeat being the speed lead for YINHONG. But he's gonna lock in the Ethna. It is going to be the Wedgeat followed by the Achroma. Very good against Han. Not exactly good against Dominic. But the reduction in crit from the passive will probably block the Han from appearing. But that will probably make the Ciara to show up. So we might be seeing some... Oh, no. It's going to be the Angela and the Mouse getting picked up here because Mouse doesn't care about critting and still solid 10k damage per round. It's literally just water Dominic, but very fast. And with a strip stun. So what's going to be the answer from Frank? He definitely need a healer. Or maybe an AoE unit to deal with the enemy. Like maybe ban a Kovacic, go for a Rika. But he's going to go with a Vert instead, trying to get the attack bar in between the enemy. Vert Wedgeat combination, very, very strong. A whole lot of attack bar, very scary. Alright, so I think it's going to be a Vert ban. It is going to be a Vanessa ban. YINHONG might get turn 1, but he doesn't have the damage to finish off one of the enemy damage dealer. But at least maybe he can deter the enemy from one-shotting him. Here we go, guys. First one belongs to the Water Twin Angel. And the Wedgeat to move right after that as well. Look at how fast that Achroma is. Very, very fast unit. But remember, Frank has 2 healers available. And a passive cleanse as well to make sure that his damage dealer is going to be healthy and clean from debuff. Here goes the move, and then the Chroma going in. Did not get the silence on the Kovaci. Kovaci attack buff available. Miles and Dominic ready to go. And the target will be a Chroma. Big damage on Chroma. And a Chroma will say goodbye instantly after turn 1. Kovaci enabling such a crazy playstyle for the one shot. And right now, the next target, Velajo, is definitely shaking in his boots because he knows he's next. Here comes Kovaci with the skill 2 available, potentially boosting the mouse for more damage on the Dominic to give him a turn. It's going to be the Dominic to follow up after the mouse. Big damage onto the Velajo once again. Dominic getting stunned by Water Twin Angel. Did not get a chance to do damage onto the enemy. But this defense break will not last too long because the Angela is about to get a turn as well. Velajo will have to unshield himself. And moving on without a shield is very scary at the moment. Heal and shield for a Dominic. And who's gonna stop the mouse? Nobody will. Water Twin Angel trying to do some work right there, but is not really doing much. More damage coming out from this mouse. And Dominic is about to take a turn as well. And remember, defense buff is not going to stop Dominic from doing some crazy damage with attack buff. No more attack buff from Dominic. But look at that damage. Look at the proc. It's GG. YINHONG losing another unit. 3-0 for Frank.